Hey people of YouTube, what's up? It's the F-Man back and Happy New Year's to everybody. Can you believe it? I can't believe 2020 has flown by, you know? Can you believe it? I mean, I know a lot of people will be happy to see this year gone. But I'm just more surprised that this year has flown by. Jeez Louise, time sure flies when you're making videos. Anyway, it is to celebrate the new year that I'm doing my first top 10 list, which is called the top 10 worst episodes from my favorite cartoons. And like Fam Strider would usually say, if you do like these episodes, good for you. Just my opinion. And I'm happy for you while you enjoy these episodes while I don't. Anyway, let's do this list. And Happy New Year to all. Anyway, and I want you all to know, when we're doing this top 10, when I get to 10 to 1, that doesn't mean number 1 gets the gold medal of worst episodes. I think each episode is all bad. And either way, no competition. They're equally bad. So they all deserve gold medals. So when we get to number 1, it's not the worst because every single one of these episodes are the worst. Anyway, let's do this list. Number 10, Arnold betrays Iggy from Hey Arnold. Everyone despises this episode. Every Hey Arnold fan hates this episode. Hell, I even heard the creator of the show hated the episode too, and he said they would show this thing off the air. I heard. And he also made the person who made this episode apologize. Anyway, what's this episode about? Well, it's about Arnold catching a popular kid named Iggy wearing bunny pajamas, and he promises not to tell anyone. But Sid and Stinky guess the truth out of Arnold, and apparently they think it's hysterical, telling everyone in school all about it, making Iggy a laughing stock. Then Iggy gets pretty mad at Arnold, thinking he betrayed him. Then he holds a grudge at him for months. I think, because they did this little montage where it switched to autumn, winter, and then spring. I don't know. Anyway, Arnold thinks that maybe he can earn his trust back by doing his chores for a week. But when he does all of his chores, he doesn't forgive him. The only way for Iggy to forgive Arnold is that Arnold embarrassed himself the way Iggy did, which is dressing up in pajamas and going out in public, which is the most hardest thing you could ever see in Hey Arnold. Basically, every character that Arnold has helped laughs at him. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe all these people Arnold helped over the show. They all just laugh at him, thinking it's the most hilarious thing ever. Seriously? They think a 9-year-old boy wearing bunny pajamas is the most hilarious thing in the whole universe. 9-year-old boys wearing bunny pajamas isn't funny. Now dudes who are wearing girl dresses, now that's funny. But even then, I wouldn't be all mean-spirited. Seriously, it's so brutal of how these people that Arnold helped in the show just laughs at him. You can always see that pain and misery and humiliation in Arnold's eyes as he's being mocked in bunny pajamas. Even his grandpa gets out of character. Seriously, what the hell? And then and it's sad because when Iggy finally found out it wasn't Arnold who spilled the beans, the moment Arnold went out, he tried to warn him, apparently. Seriously, this episode stinks. It would have been a lot better if the episode was Sid and Stinky betrays Iggy, because Sid and Stinky, they're the ones who spilled the beans. Yeah, it would have made a lot more sense since Sid and Stinky have been jerks before in the show. So it would have been perfect. It would have been a fine episode if it was Sid and Stinky who did it. It spilled the beans, and they were forced to wear bunny pajamas in public. Because Arnold told them it was wrong. Hell, I just think of a better plot for this episode. Sid and Stinky is the one who spilled the beans. Arnold betrays them. It was wrong to do that, and tells them that they need to apologize to Iggy, and then they try to earn Iggy's trust back, and then they have to be the one in bunny pajamas, while the town laughs, and then Arnold stands up for them, realizing it's not funny. And it's never really explained why Iggy was wearing bunny pajamas in the first place. Seriously, what was that all about? Anyway, number 9. No such luck. The Loud House. I despise this episode. I just want to say this. Like Arnold portrays Iggy, was this episode to teach us that people that we've helped, loved, can turn out to be brutal, heartless monsters? Then lesson learned. And I had little respect for the Loud House family, except for Lincoln, when I saw this episode. I'm just hoping the creator of the Loud House requested that they remove this episode off the air, like they did with Arnold portrays Iggy. Anyway, what is it about? Well, you see, Lincoln wanted to spend some Lincoln time to himself. But apparently he has to book himself all the time to his sister's activities because having 10 sisters is always too much, you know? He has to schedule every day with them. So he just wanted some alone time, you know? Oh, after when Lynn threatens to beat him up with a baseball bat, he shows up to her game and she chokes, loses, blames it on Lincoln, thinking he's bad luck because this is the first game Lincoln's been to where she lost. Blames on him thinking it's he's bad luck. Look, even though there's 100 reasons why Lynn lost that day. Hey, anyway, but no, she chooses bad luck. Look, and blames it on her brother. I hate Lynn. And she's the worst character ever. She tells the whole family, and seriously, I can understand Lenny believing that, but seriously, the parents, Lisa, the genius of the family, the one who builded banana peels and whatever like that in another episode that was actually pretty good. I believe that her only brother was bad luck. Yeah, if she was so smart, and why didn't she just build a machine to make him unlucky, you know? To make him the opposite of bad luck. The good luck, yeah. And so, Lincoln starts getting kicked off of the family activities, including ones he likes, like going to the movies, getting ice cream, whatever, going to the beach. And then his family boards up his room, forces him to sleep outside like an animal, forces him to eat breakfast, never letting him back into the house, selling all of his furniture. These people are monsters. How could they do that to poor Lincoln? I get it. The message was don't lie and all that stuff. But seriously? What was the writers thinking when they made this episode? Yeah, it's so stupid that they thought Lincoln was bad luck just because Lynn lost a game. Yeah, they blame Lincoln for everything in this show. Lynn lost one of her games. Let's blame Lincoln. Lisa stopped being a genius. Let's blame Lincoln. Someone puts my cousin Ray Ray's 50-watt-inch TV and mysteriously ends up in my living room. Let's blame Lincoln. And ignore that last one. Yeah, and to add insult to injury, when Lincoln does show up and prove he's not bad luck, they force him to wear that dumb squirrel suit at the beat, each thinking it's some anti-luck protective shield or whatever, forces him to wear that for the rest of the episode. I believe my good friend, Mr. Loudhouse Critic, recovered this episode. This episode stinks, okay? What were the writers thinking? You know? Anyway, on to number 8. Yeah, 8. Okay. It's a Wishful Life from Very Odd Parents. This episode, where do I begin? It's about Timmy and me doing good deeds for other people, just get a little admiration. Like, he paints the entire school's play background all by himself, by AJ, a computer that would have cost him his soul. And does the lawn for his parents that I bet you that's what lawns look like in heaven. But every time when Timmy does these good deeds, they always keep being ungrateful, spoiled jerks to him. Like, for example, the drama teacher doesn't like it because it's too good or whatever. The AJ doesn't accept the computer that Timmy got him because a newer model came out. And the parents don't like what he did because they wanted to win a worse lawn competition. So Timmy was sick and tired of it. He wishes he was never born to see how their lives would have been like without him. Well, let's see here. Instead of the whole people's lives would be a lot more miserable without Timmy. Instead, they go backwards on that one. Apparently, Timmy's parents have a rich, successful daughter. Francis the bully becomes an athlete, a very popular athlete. Crocker doesn't become mentally ill trying to find fairies, and becomes a very successful, lovable teacher. AJ has hair. Wait, hang on. Was it AJ? Wait, is the kid with the braces named AJ, or is it Chester? Either way, and Chester, I think that's his name, has Timmy's fairies, doesn't have braces, and wants to make the world a better place. Basically what Timmy was doing. Well, he wants to do good deeds, basically what Timmy was doing. When Vicky becomes a dentist, just because she had no kids to babysit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Timmy, he wasn't the only person she babysitted. And apparently, another one of Timmy's friends didn't have a boil. This episode just doesn't make any sense. Instead of all their lives would have been more miserable, instead it goes all weird. You're backwards, confused. Like, for example, that kid doesn't have a boil because Timmy wasn't around. Vicky becomes a dentist because she had no kids to babysit. And he did good deeds just like Timmy did, but apparently he gets admiration. And apparently, Jorgen tells Timmy that it's selfish to do good deeds just for admiration. You're supposed to do them because it's the right thing to do. Okay, I get that. But at the same time, it's not selfish to do good deeds for a little admiration, okay? If someone came to my house and offered to clean the entire house, did a house makeover, and his only payment was thank yous, compliments, and how much he loves the new and improved house, I would say that's a pretty good deal. I would give him what he wants, Round of applause, thank yous, compliments, saying how much I love the house, And Timmy goes back. That's the episode. Oh boy. That's just, seriously, what were the writers thinking when they made these episodes? And this episode aired back when Very Odd Parents were back in its glory days. Ugh. Anyway, on to number 7. Yeah, I think it's number 7. Moral Decay from Powerpuff Girls. I absolutely despise this episode. This episode has everyone acting out of character. Okay? It's about Buttercup, Blossom, and Bubbles doing a bit of chores, and they get some money. Then Buttercup gets carried away, accidentally knocks Bubbles' tooth out, and apologizes until she realizes she gets tooth fairy money. Then Butters tries to hit her again because she realizes she loves money. But realizes she can't hit her sister. She goes out and does it to the bad guys, causing them to have a painful time with their mouths. So that way she can keep getting tooth fairy money. Then apparently the girls get suspicious and set up a plan and to lure Buttercup up so that way the girls don't help her, so that way all the bad guys can beat her up and make her have a painful time at the dentist, which, by the way, her dentist bill has to be paid by her money. Okay, I understand it's wrong to take over teeth from other people, even if they're bad guys. I mean, it's not cool, but at the same time, it's not illegal. And it's not like Buttercup was bragging on about how much money she has to her sister, acting all posh about it. No, they just straight up want to beat her up for the sake of beating her up. I get it. It's not cool to do that. Okay? If they would have said something like, well, that's what you get for stealing other people's teeth, well, they don't say that. No, they don't. And get this, what they do at the end. And, okay, I just want to say, when I saw this, I was furious. Okay? Bubbles' face, I understand. But look at Blossom's face. That is the face I just want to do the same thing what she just did to her sister. And why do I have a strange feeling that the professor was in on the whole plan of one of her daughters getting beaten up? No, because spoiler alert to a lot of young children who are watching this, the Tooth Fairy ain't real. It's the parents who give you the money. Okay? That basically means he was aware about the whole tooth fairy, about her having too much teeth that she was doing. So that basically means if the professor was the tooth fairy and knew about it, that basically means he just let a bunch of violent criminals beat up her own kid. This episode is just all messed up. You know how much of a big deal it was in that episode where Butter Blossom stole that golfing club up to please the professor? So she had to do community service for it? Well, right now I feel like Blossom deserved it. I'm kind of hoping this episode came out after Moral Decay, because right now I feel like that's what she gets for trying to hit her sister. I know what Buttercup did was wrong, but what they just did was even wronger, okay? Hey, everyone just acts so out of character in Moral Decay. I know you all would have expected me to choose some other choices like Girls Gone Mild or Sweet or Sour, but no, this episode just burns me to the core. Oh, next episode, number 6. Was it number 6? Whatever, I don't care anymore. Or Arthur's Big Hit. This episode. Oh boy, where do I begin? It's about Arthur getting a model plane that he spent a whole week building, but DW kept getting in the way. Like sabotaging the paint, ain't putting her fingertips on the wet paint, ain't throwing it out the window when it was done thinking it was flying, and when... Hang on, I accidentally just... Okay. Hang on. Sorry, 2 secs. Sorry. Had to... Okay, she throws out the window, it breaks, aches, and Arthur snaps and hits DW. And of course, the folks aren't pleased. Parents ground him, yada, 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 but it doesn't make any sense. I mean, DW just basically gets away with breaking a model plane that I bet Arthur spent his allowance on, spent a whole week building. Then, seriously, he spent a whole week and possibly his allowance on that plane. Hey, yeah, it would have made more sense and a more better episode if they gave DW and Arthur both suitable punishments, like Arthur gets extra chores and DW had to spend her allowance on a new model plane and don't get into Arthur. But no, why do I feel like DW is Arthur's parents' favorite kid? Why do I feel like Arthur's parents, DW, is their favorite kid? Because they basically just let her get away with breaking that model plane. And get this, when Arthur's school bully hits him, guess what the parents say? They say, well, maybe that's how DW felt when you hit her. I can't believe they said that. When your kid gets hit by the school bully, you don't say, well, that's what you get. You're supposed to call the bully's parents and confront them. Seriously, this episode would have made more sense. And if Arthur and DW both got suitable punishments. Seriously, they're always blaming the victim in this case. Ugh, this episode's just have it all messed up. Anyway, next one. The Simpsons. Boys of Dope, I think that's called. I think that's what it's called. I know it has the word boys in it. Anyway, I know a lot of people would rather prefer Lisa Goes Gaga, but here's why I chose this one. It's about Bart missing a baseball throw, losing the game, and the entire town, I'm not kidding, the entire town insults him, hates him, harasses him, and they even go for the entire town, spray painting all over the town saying, I hate Bart Simpson. And even Krusty blames him, Bart's idol. I know a lot of people don't like Bart Simpson, but personally, I think Bart's the best character. They even mock Homer for creating him. And they even throw a litter at him, force him to go into a cop car so they can keep harassing him more. Or everywhere Bart went, he kept getting booed at. You can always just see that real sadness in Bart's eyes. He's being mocked by the town. I feel like I'm watching Chicken Little made an episode with the Simpsons right now. You know, the Disney version, not the book. And then Bart finally loses it, spray paints I hate Bart Simpson on the water tower, and then tries to commit suicide. Seriously, I can't believe he just went there. Family Guy I would expect they would do, but no. And even after Bart faced to death, the people still managed to boo at Bart. I can't believe it. I know Bart's not the best character because he can be mischievous, but he's just a kid, okay? And seriously, they're going to go around hating him just because he missed one game? Jeez Louise. I hate Springfield in this episode. Oh. Anyway, the next episode. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Well, that sign explains it all. I just hate this episode. I know a lot of people hate it. This episode goes against what Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends goes for. Hell, that's what these entire episodes on this list goes against. Their show goes against. But for some reason, in each episode, so they just don't do it. Anyway, it's about Max. Max having a birthday or whatever. And you see the Foster's residents want to play a prank on him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to humiliate a child in public. Whatever. For every character goes around taking turns being jerks to Max. Yeah, he sort of ruined a party or something for a character that's what the old lady was. Madam Foster, I think that's her name. Sorry, it's been a while since I watched the show. Want to play a prank on him, so she dresses up as a pretend imaginary friend character and wants to pull a prank on him, because apparently every year on Max's birthday, Terrence, Blue, and his mom play a prank on him. Like making him drink out of a dog bowl, making him wear a toot. That's basically, it's just so wrong that is why doesn't Max stand up to himself, tell him, no, you are not pranking me on my birthday. It's my birthday, you should worship me for being alive, not pranking me. Save those pranks for April Fool's Day. But no, they all just do it. It's just sad and really hard to sit through. I know a lot of people would rather choose Everyone Knows It's Bendy, but come on. I hate this episode more than Everyone Knows It's Bendy or whatever. Anyway, next one. SpongeBob SquarePants, A Pal for Gary. I just hate SpongeBob's character in this episode, no doubt. I think we all know what this episode's all about. I know a lot of people would rather choose that episode where apparently Plankton's scared of Pearl, whatever. But I hate this one episode more. It's about SpongeBob getting a pal for Gary, but because he thinks he's very lonely while he's at work, while SpongeBob's at work. But apparently it comes with a cost, these pets. Apparently they hate other pets and will eat them. But apparently SpongeBob doesn't listen and forces Gary to be next to him. And every time when Gary just wants to not be eaten, the monster straight up eats him. And SpongeBob yells at him. That basically means Gary had to defend the house. And every time when Gary just stands up for himself, doesn't want to get eaten, even when Gary is slowly being eaten, and SpongeBob, the all-lovable mascot we all love, still has a reason to yell at him and calling him a bad boy. Like, even when SpongeBob is getting eaten, SpongeBob still has a reason to be mad at him. Instead of our goofy, lovable, happy Sponge, instead he yells at his pet, which, by the way, he spent an entire movie searching for. Oh, seriously, it just makes me question SpongeBob's it just makes me question SpongeBob's reason of why he has a pet. Seriously, even when SpongeBob is getting eaten, and even when Gary's getting eaten, he still has to yell at him. It's not Gary's fault you're getting eaten, or Gary's fault why he's getting eaten. It's not his fault. Why are you blaming him for that, SpongeBob? Jesus. He says, where's the jolly SpongeBob? No, you're just being a mean sponge. Anyway, what's this next episode? Oh yeah, the Cramp Twins. I forgot this episode. I forgot the title of it, sorry. Right. If you don't know the episode, if you don't know the show, I would suggest you watch it. The show, not the episode. It's about Wayne, the purple kid. For some reason, he's purple. Well, takes up magic tricks. And Lucian doesn't believe him because, all magic tricks has a little thing. That's what makes it fake. I mean, personally, I believe magic's real. Magic's real. Anyway, so Wayne pretends... So Lucian makes Wayne disappear with that whole magician trick. But apparently, Wayne actually disappears, and then Lucian gets blamed by his parents. The teacher blames Lucian for disappearing his brother because Wayne had some jobs to do, like dusting the erasers. Seriously, even the teacher buys it. I thought teachers were supposed to be smart. And even forcing Lucian to do Wayne's job, thinking it's all his fault. And Wendy, and this just gets under my skin, this part. She calls Lucian a despicable child. So who the hell is she to judge, huh? From my recallment, I'd say she once injured Wayne so she can kidnap him and, keep her to himself. Elf, committed pony abuse, all kind. And one time, point is, who the hell is Wendy to judge? Like, she never did anything despicable in the show. Oh, again, like I said, injuring Wayne so she can kidnap him and have him all to herself, commit pony abuse. Just watch those episodes about her. The point is, she's the worst. I can't tell which character I hate more, Wayne or Wendy. Wait, did I call her by Wendy or did I... Whatever. But the point is, she blames him and calls him a despicable child. Like, who the hell is she to judge, am I right? If you're a fan of the show, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it didn't take long to realize... The only part I did like in the episode is where Lucian forces Wayne to return... And then Lucian pretends Wayne made him disappear and hangs out with Tony for like a few days or weeks. That's the only part I did like, but the rest is just pain to watch. Okay? Anyway, we come to our last one. Jeez, I thought it would be a little longer. Anyway, in this, I know it's number one. Again, that doesn't mean I don't mean this one gets the gold medal. They all get the gold medal of worst episodes. King of the Hill, What Makes Barbie Run. I just absolutely despise this episode. Every character is just playing bully for the sake of being a bully. Even Hank and Peggy get out of character. I mean, Peggy I understand, but seriously? See, it's about Barbie wanting to be the school's mascot so we would have more pictures in the yearbook, but apparently it comes with a cost. Being the school's mascot. Apparently, every time when the team that the mascot is on winning, the other team beats up the mascot, calling it the mascot massacre or something. But Barbie doesn't want to take the beating. But apparently, it's an Arlen tradition. Listen, I don't know much about Arlen or Texas or whatever the show's based in, but I do know that shouldn't be a tradition. I mean, seriously, they're cool with beating up a small boy? What the hell? So the entire town is cool with a team in beating up a small boy in a clunky hot mascot suit. Okay, what happens if the team hurts him so hard or he goes into a coma or gets brain damage? Seriously, that could happen. And I can't believe no one saw a red line or a red flag about this whole tradition. And this is coming from a real tradition guy himself. Trust me, I love traditions. I love doing traditions. I love making up traditions to the wazoo. But this tradition stinks. Okay? So when Bobby doesn't take the beating, Peggy and Hank doesn't like it. And apparently, Bobby gets bullied at school by writing mean stuff on his locker. And the nurse kicks his books out of his hand and kicks him even further and forces him to make him pick them up. And every time when he tries to do, she just keeps kicking them more. What the hell? You're supposed to be the nurse. You're supposed to protect and heal, not bully. What the hell happened to this show? What the hell happened to any of these shows, to be honest? Yes. Anyway, Bobby thought the only way to make sure he doesn't get a massacre is to make sure he steals the school's mascot too, Mr. Crackers. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's the only part I liked in this episode, was the cute little Mr. Crackers. I like him. It's kind of cute. But the rest of the episode is just plain mean to Bobby for the sake of being mean. Seriously, what happens if Bobby, he did get too hard attacked? He might have ended up being in a coma, getting brain damaged, or died. Or what happens in the hot sunny day where it's too hot, even for being in a clunky suit, and the school's just beating him up, and he gets heat stroke. What about that, huh? Why do I feel like, yeah, and what happens if Bobby died from getting beaten up or getting in a coma? Would the town be cool with that? They all just pick on him for not taking the beating? And dude, what the hell? I thought schools hated bullying. Schools today, am I right? Seriously, this episode doesn't make any sense. And they beat up Bobby if he doesn't take the beating. They bully him if he won't. It just doesn't make any sense. And okay, I just hate everyone's character in this episode, except for Bobby. Okay, he's a good boy. But seriously, if the whole town loves to get beaten up by other teams, then why don't they be the school's mascot if they think it's so great being beaten up, huh? That's what I thought. Listen, I don't know much about Ireland or Texas, but I'm pretty sure this is not a tradition. I mean, seriously, the tradition is for a small boy who's in a clunky, hot mascot suit to get beaten up by the other team. Seriously, I'm pretty sure that goes against the rule, okay? Anyway, this has been my top 10 worst episodes for my favorite cartoons. Did you like these episodes? I doubt you did. I certainly didn't like them. Good. Tell you what, next time I do a top 10, I'll make sure it's the best episodes. Okay? Anyway, this has been in the F-Man Critic telling you to have a happy new year. But seriously, I just want to say this. Did any of the writers see any red flags while making these episodes? Seriously, red flags should have been straight away gotten when the person made the script for these episodes. Anyway, this is the part where I tell you to like, subscribe, hit notification. Have a happy new year. See you guys next time. Bye.